In today's video, we'll be exploring the fascinating world of Korean beauty standards and how they compare to those in the West. Single Inferno is a show that brings in the hottest of the hottest South Korean individuals, and this exploration will help us understand why some of the contestants who are considered to be attractive face challenges in terms of popularity in the show. Did colorism play a role? To start off, in the West, beauty standards are incredibly diverse, reflecting a multicultural society that embraces a wide range of appearances. However, it's also true that within many ethnic groups, there is often a preference for lighter or paler skin, which is a more universal pattern. This highlights how certain beauty ideals can transcend cultural boundaries. As we delve into these differences, we'll take a closer look at how these standards manifest in popular culture, particularly through shows like Single Inferno. We'll examine how contestants on the show embody these beauty ideals, and how colorism and these beauty standards can influence the popularity of certain contestants over others. To start off, in South Korea, beauty standards often emphasize features such as white pale skin, a small face, and a high nose. These traits are often considered ideal, and the most popular female actresses and singers tend to fit these beauty standards. The aesthetic that also tends to get the most praise for women is the lovely, cute, and quote-unquote pure aesthetic, although there are exceptions, like Wasa from Mamamoo, Jennie from Blackpink, and Naughty from Kiss of Life among others, who have gained popularity despite not strictly adhering to these ideals. The general trend is that those who fit these beauty standards tend to receive the most praise and recognition. Let's dive into the journeys of some female contestants from Single Inferno who sparked a lot of discussion due to their lackluster experiences on the show and the reasons behind their lack of popularity. Kang So-yeon and Ji-yeon from Single Inferno Season 1. Starting with Kang So-yeon. She introduced herself as confident, healthy, and straightforward, with an athletic charm that set her apart. However, her journey didn't unfold like a classic love story, as only Ji-yeon showed consistent interest in her by the end. While So-yeon is undeniably beautiful to most, she doesn't fully align with all of the traditional Korean beauty standards, such as white pale skin or the soft, innocent aesthetic. Contestants like Song Ji-yeon and Ji-yeon embodied these standards with their soft, elegant, and pure image, which naturally drew a lot of attention and admiration. Competing in the same season as Ji-yeon, who was undeniably a standout, meant that So-yeon's unique qualities might not have been fully appreciated. Additionally, being in her late 20s at the time, So-yeon's older age compared to other female contestants may have played a role in limiting her popularity. Despite it all, So-yeon was a beloved contestant by fans and ultimately paired with Ji-yeon, who seemed to have a genuine interest in her. As for Ji-yeon, she entered the island with a cheerful and bubbly personality that made her approachable and easy to root for. She stood out for being genuine and relatable, a refreshing contrast to some of the other more glamorous contestants. I think what might have caused her demise is that while Ji-yeon is undeniably very beautiful, her simple, girl-next-door aesthetic may not have aligned with the conventional ideals celebrated on the show. This can be seen when her and Cha Hyun-sung seem to have had sparks, but he ultimately went with glamorous Song Ji-yeon. Additionally, her kind and friendly demeanor may have placed her in the friend zone with some of the male contestants rather than sparking romantic interest. Despite this, Ji-yeon stayed true to herself and eventually paired with Kim Jun-sik. Their connection, though quieter compared to others on the show, was sweet and sincere, reflecting Ji-yeon's authentic personality. Now, let's talk about Ji-yeon's journey in Single Inferno Season 4. Although the season isn't over yet, Ji-yeon has already sparked significant discourse among fans. She entered the show with a soft and bubbly personality, paired with undeniably cute and attractive features that make her stand out. However, despite her charm and beauty, she hasn't been picked as often as some of the other contestants, leading many to speculate on the reasons why. One of the biggest points of discussion has been around her tan skin, which, while I personally find stunning, doesn't align with the traditional Korean beauty standard of pale, fair skin. Her lack of popularity has sparked surprise among viewers, as Ji-yeon possesses other highly praised features, such as a high nose and an adorable, friendly, and soft demeanor. Many wonder why these qualities, which typically align with beauty ideals, haven't garnered her more attention from the male contestants. Additionally, aside from height and skin tone, there is not much separating her visuals from who seems to be the male contestant's favorite this season, Ji-yeon. Both of these girls are beautiful. Maybe the discrepancy is due to their personalities, since Ji-yeon has received compliments for her cool and playful personality. Currently, Ji-yeon has formed a connection with Tae-hwan, but many fans speculate that their pairing may feel more like a default match rather than a genuine romantic connection. Some believe the two gravitated toward each other simply because they didn't have strong mutual interest from other contestants, while others find their connection adorable. Either way, Ji-yeon has become a fan favorite and has also caught the eye of one of the hosts of the show Dex. Let's shift to So-yeon's journey in Single Inferno, Season 2. So-yeon entered the show as someone who was stunning, fitting many of the traditional Korean beauty standards. However, her slightly tanned skin and the way she presented herself as confident and more of a hot girl type may have set her apart in ways that didn't fully align with what some of the male contestants were looking for. In South Korea, the preference for a more pure, elegant, and demure aesthetic, embodied by contestants like Sulky, often garners more attention and admiration. While So-yeon's bold and confident demeanor was refreshing, it may have contrasted with the softer, more traditional qualities some of the men were drawn to. Despite being incredibly beautiful and charismatic, So-yeon's journey lacked the romantic spark that others experienced. She never had the opportunity to go to paradise, as none of the male contestants chose her during the selections. Ultimately, she left the show alone, highlighting how cultural preferences and individual dynamics can play a significant role in shaping someone's experience on Single Inferno. In the end, Single Inferno highlights how deeply rooted beauty standards and colorism can shape perceptions, but it also reminds us that personality and chemistry often play just as significant a role in forming genuine connections. Relationships are complex and influenced by much more than appearances alone. While some women that international fans might find absolutely stunning and irresistible have had the least luck on the show, it serves as a reminder that beauty is ultimately in the eye of the beholder. At the end of the day, it all comes down to personal preferences.